بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. The next thing is Arabic grammar, which is the second step, the second major branch of Arabic linguistics after Arabic morphology, which we talked about in the previous video lesson. And what does Arabic grammar focus on? It focuses primarily on syntax, which is the word order. What do you put first in a sentence? Subject, where do you put the doer? Where do you put the object? And it talks about inflection. Inflection is the change in the endings of words. There are two types of words in Arabic language: words that change, mu'rab, and words that don't change, mabni. So some words change their endings to indicate the state. And we'll look at some brief examples. And Arabic grammar also studies particles. Arabic morphology studies nouns and verbs only, not particles. Arabic grammar is where you study particles. So remember that because you will be tested on that in the quiz. Arabic is an inflected language. What's an inflected language? An inflected language is a language in which words change the endings, right? Word endings change, to be more accurate, depending on their grammatical function. Whereas the study of inflection focuses on word endings. For instance, the word Zayd, which is a proper name for a male or boy in Arabic, if the word Zayd appears as the subject or the doer in a sentence, then it will look like Zaydun with the ending on ending. However, if the word Zayd is not the subject, it's not the doer, it's the object, then it will look like Zaydan. Okay, let's make it bold so you can see the endings, Zaydan. However, if it's none of that, then it will be Zaydin, assuming it is preceded by an object of preposition or other things. Again, this is a very high level, a very bird's eye, a tip of the iceberg view. Arabic grammar is a lot more detailed than what I've said here. This is just to give you a taste. Of course, when you study Easy Quranic Arabic series, you will see so many different grammatical functions in book 2. And when you study level 2 of Quranic Linguistics series, you will do a lot of grammar, and then you do advanced grammar in level 5. So this is just like a 1-minute summary of something that takes many books to learn. It's very general, no exceptions, no details are mentioned here. Let's look at this table in which we will break down sentences, Arabic sentences, okay? We'll take simple examples. We'll take 4 simple examples in which the first example says, Hada Zaydun, which is a nominal sentence, a sentence that has nouns only, no verbs. English requires you to have a verb in every sentence. Arabic does not have that restriction. In Arabic, you can make a sentence without verbs, like Hada Zaydun. Literally, it means this Zayd. In English, we translate it as this is Zayd. Is a verb. In here, there is no is, right? So it's a nominal sentence without a verb. And that's powerful because when you're doing when you talk about certain concepts, you can talk about certain concepts without verb, which means without time. Especially when you're talking about Allah, you're studying Islamic Aqidah, right? When you say Allahu Rahman, Allahu Ar-Rahman, right? If you say Allahu Rahimun, any of the names of Allah, right? You're stating a fact that is free of time. It's true for all time. It's not locked in time. Allah is not locked in time. So Arabic helps you in Islamic theology, in theology in general. You can talk about God without time because God is not locked in time. This sentence is what they call jumla ismiya, nominal sentence. The rest of the examples are jumla fi'liya, verbal sentences. So in this nominal sentence, we only have two things. We have hadha, which is the first word, which is the subject in Arabic, al-mubtada. And you have zaydun, which is the khabar, al-khabar, or the predicate, the information, the news about that person. Hadha, this. What about this? Zaydun, khabar, information. So hadha zaydun is a two-word sentence that only has these two. It does not have a doer because there's no verb. It does not have an object because there's no verb. And it does not have majrurun bi harf al-jar or object of preposition because there's no preposition in the sentence. It's just a two-word sentence. The minimum number of words needed to make a valid Arabic sentence is two. That's the minimum. There's no maximum. So there's these three, al-fa'il, al-maf'ul bihi, and majrurun bi harf al-jar do not exist in this particular sentence. We could theoretically make, as we study in Quranic Linguistics series, more advanced sentences that could have those. Next sentence is dakhala Zaydun. Zayd entered. Dakhala entered Zaydun. You can see the syntax is verb first, then the doer. Verb, then the doer. And then you can put an object. Here there's no object. Dakhala Zaydun. Zayd entered. There's no object in the sentence. So where's the fa'il? The verb is dakhala. Where's the fa'il, the doer of this sentence? The doer is Zayd because he's the one who's doing entering. So we put Zaydun here. And there's no maf'ul bihi, and there's no object of preposition. Let's make it nice and small. So what I'll do is I'll just gray it out instead of the X's. Looks a little nicer. This is just a very high level bird's eye view, tip of the iceberg analysis, grammatical analysis that we're doing. Again, if you want details, you'll have to go through the Easy Quranic Arabic series, especially book 2, and Quranic Linguistics series, book 2, level 2. Let's look at a little more advanced verbal sentence. So this verbal sentence has two words, which is the minimum that's required. This verbal sentence actually has three words. Ra'ay, which means saw. Tu means I. And Zaydan is Zayd. So you've got the doer, which is tu. So we'll put the doer here. And we've got Zaydan, which is the object, which is the receiver. It's the one that received the action of seeing. I am seer, so I'm the doer. Zaydan is receiving the action of me seeing him, so he's the one who is being seen. So that's the object, maf'ulun bihi. And I'll put that here. And notice how the ending, and that's important because that fatha tanween ending is a sign. Alamatun nasb is a sign of the state, which is nasb state, which is given to the object, maf'ul bihi, and it's also given to other grammatical functions, which we obviously are not going to get into. So there's no mubtada here, there's no subject, there's no predicate, because that subject-predicate combination is true only for a jumla ismiya, nominal sentence. So let's put it in a different color to kind of highlight that this two-word combination, al-mubtada wal-khabar, subject and predicate, is for a jumla ismiya, nominal sentence. Whereas the other combination, verb-doer combination, is for a verbal sentence. And the majroor bi harf al-jar, this could be added, the preposition could be added in a nominal sentence as well as a verbal sentence, as we learn in Easy Quranic Arabic Series Book 1. So I'm not going to, and Book 2 as well. I'm not going to go into that detail right now. All right, we've got one more to do. Sallam, which is form 2, right? So dakhala is form 1, ra'a is form 1. We've got form 2, sallam fa'al. Again, you get the tu, which is the doer. So we're going to put the doer here. And then you got ala, which is the preposition. Ala is the preposition. Ala, harf jar is the preposition. And Zaydin, notice the ending of the word Zayd in, right? So it's not un ending for the doer, for the subject. It's not un ending for the doer. It's not an ending for the object. It's in because of ala, because ala caused Zayd to become Zaydin. So we're going to put that here. And there's no maful bihi, there's no object here. Wrong color here. Let me fix the color here. Now there's an advanced understanding of maful bihi, the indirect object, which is a object of preposition. We're not going to go there right now. That's something you can study in Quranic Linguistics Level 1. Again, this is not designed to give you a quick, it's not designed to go into the grammar in details. It's designed to give you a taste of what is syntax. Syntax is the word order. What do you put first? You put the subject first, then the predicate if it's a jumla ismiya, nominal sentence. If it's not a jumla ismiya, if it's a verbal sentence, you put the verb first, then the doer, then the object, verb, doer, object. This combination verb, doer, object should sound familiar to you because remember this when we studied this? Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. We did that. This is Aramaic. We saw the verb, doer, object combination. You've got shabak, which is the verb in Aramaic. Ta is the doer. The noon is there to protect the verb. It's called noon al-wiqaya. I don't need to go into the details of that. The ya is, whoops. The ya is the shabaktani. The ya is the object pronoun. I think I accidentally deleted something here, didn't I? Yeah, accidentally. Okay. So these three sentences are verbal sentences, and that's why there's no subject predicate. Okay. This sentence is nominal sentence, and that's why you have subject predicate and no doer and object. So every verbal sentence in general, there are some exceptions, must have a doer, and sometimes you can have an object as well. So this was a quick, super high level tip of the iceberg crash course in Arabic grammar. It was designed to give you a taste of how sophisticated, how amazing Arabic grammar is. No language is like that unless, of course, it's a Semitic language. Then, of course, it's going to follow the same thing. And finally, we will conclude our lesson with this overview, a bird's eye view of Quranic Linguistics series. Level 1 is sarf. Okay. Level 2 is grammar. Then you go back to sarf and do some advanced sarf. Now you're ready to taste the eloquence, the science of eloquence. Level 4 is all about the Balaghatul Quran, eloquence of the Quran. And we can see that first 3 levels take about 100 hours. This one takes 200 hours. Balagha is a deep science, advanced linguistics here. And then you go back to cover any topics that you did not completely do in the introductory grammar. You do them in the advanced grammar. So you do sarf, nahu, back to sarf, balagha, and then back to grammar. This will give you the mastery to do linguistic analysis of the Quran and so much more. This takes a lot of time. It takes years to complete this series. And alhamdulillah, I was very blessed and fortunate to have authored this series in Syria and have it reviewed by one of the top professors of Arabic in University of Damascus. والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.